Hello, and welcome to my podcast. I'm JP, and we'll be discussing understanding retirement accounts. Currently, 1/3 of Americans have no retirement account savings, and 23% have less than $10,000 saved in their retirement. This is an issue since a lot of people are relying on the government to support them through Social Security, through their retirement age. But the benefits of having another retirement account, such as a 401k or traditional IRA, is beneficial over the years to support individuals or their families in retirement. Now, I did some research, and there's over 14 types of retirement accounts available to Americans. But right now, I'm only going to hit on 7 of the retirement accounts since they're the more popular of the 14. The first one that's the most popular is the 401k, which companies or employers can make available to their employees and possibly match their contributions. Now, there's a 401k traditional, which you can contribute $19,000 a year and $25,000 after age 50. That's calculated to $1,583 a month or $2,083 a month, respectively. Now, the 401k is a after-tax retirement account. So basically, once you pull distributions out of the account, you'll be taxed on the amount that you pull out if it's not after 59 and a half. There's also the Roth 401k, which is very nice. That's actually works as a Roth IRA, which I'll hit on later, and that's actually a before-taxed account. So if you have an employer that matches a Roth 401k, you're pretty much in a good position there. Now, along with the other retirement accounts, there's a 403b, which acts like a 401k. But the difference for a 403b is basically you would have to be in a job such as public education or a nonprofit organization. There is also a solo 401k program that's just for self-employed people with no employees. And they're subject to the same rules as a 401k, but the difference is that there's no contribution age requirement. Now, the contribution age requirement for 401k, I believe, is 70 years. So if you have a retirement account up to that age, then you'll have to be required to pull distributions from your retirement account, because the government likes their cut of the taxes. Now, the other retirement accounts is the traditional IRA and the Roth IRA, and these are just for individuals, and it can be played as in addition to your 401k or whatever other retirement account that your company or employer sets up. Now, the traditional IRA is a after-tax account, so it's kind of like the 401k where you get taxed on it if it's not after the 59 and a half. The traditional IRA amounts are $6,000 a year, and then $7,000 after age 50. So that equates to $500 a month or $583 a month, respectively, on those ages. Now, I personally have a Roth IRA because I think it's the best retirement program out of the bunch, specifically because they just tax the money beforehand, and then once whatever investments you have in that account, it'll start growing, and then once you reach the requirements of whatever the contributions you're looking for, basically the money grows tax-free, and then whatever your contributions you want, it's available to you. Now, the only caveat for the Roth IRA is that you would have to have the account for 5 years before you can actually have tax-free contributions. There's another retirement account that's the 457, and I didn't see too much information on that, but it's apparently set up the same way as a 401k, but it does not have distribution restrictions. Yep. There's also the profit sharing plan, which not many companies or employers do. It's more like small business type. But basically, you get a portion of their profits, and then they transfer it over to your retirement account. I believe it's set up the same way as a 401k, but I didn't really see much information on that as far as the profit sharing program. But you can research it yourself, and if you're in that situation, then it could be beneficial to you. Now, there's always the traditional defined benefits plan, which is also known as the pension plan, and that's more of the older, more traditional retirement savings plans that people back in the day utilized and relied on as far as their retirement. Unfortunately, as time goes on, that seems to be faded away. Not many companies these days use that retirement plan for their employees anymore. They seem to look at the 401k more because it's more cost effective as far as their bottom line is concerned, and that's understandable. But it would have been great if, let's say, companies allowed the defined benefits program along with the 401k. But again, not many companies use that as their basis for their retirement plans. There is also the HSA plan, the health savings plan, and that's like used in addition to your other retirement accounts. People kind of use it as a bonus in their retirement savings, so they can sock away some money that's not taxable too much from the government. And the contributions are $35.50 a year for individuals and $7,100 for families a year. Now, this particular plan is basically supposed to be for medical expenses. Now, some people sock away money in this account just entirely to use it for strictly retirement savings. But you could use it obviously for medical expenses, and then at, I believe, age 65, you can make tax-free distributions from your account. Now, these are all the accounts that are available to the average worker. Let's say that doesn't make over $124,000 a year. There is another strategy that's called the Backdoor Roth IRA, and then basically it's set up to where you can either transfer from your 401k or your traditional IRA, and then basically transfer the money to your Roth IRA. And this is basically for people that make over $124,000 a year, or for couples that are filing jointly that make over $196,000 a year. But again, you would have to talk to a financial advisor professional to set that up, and then abide by all the rules and regulations that all the retirement accounts have set forth. But after talking about all the different retirement accounts available to us, well, I believe that if you are employed and you have an employer, the Roth 401k would be the best bet, because you would have more to contribute with less taxes. Now, the second one would possibly be the Roth IRA, which is significantly less contributions, but the taxes will it'll be tax free because it's after tax money that you're taking out of the retirement. And then the third runner up would be either the traditional IRA or the 401k. But then again, you're going to be paying more in taxes as far as taking your distributions. Now, everything I said was fine and all this information is great. But the point is that people need to contribute to their retirement account if they want to utilize all this, tax-free applications and retirement investment growth. That's basically the issue of our country. Not many people have either the means or they just forget about their retirement account or whatnot. But personally, for me, relying on the government in a Social Security amount is not really a great plan for retirement going forward. And in conclusion, there's it's not really a study; it's just a something I found on my financial advisor's booklet that talks about a three-legged stool, which basically should be comprised of, yes, Social Security, yes, your retirement account, and maybe an individual retirement account, just like a Roth IRA or something like that. The three-legged stool would support an individual or a family in their retirement years and grow their nest egg until they reach their either they're not working or even death. Well, that's it for me. I appreciate you listening. If I didn't hit anything else, just let me know in the comment section. I think I'm getting them now. And thanks for listening. Appreciate it and have a great day.